Hey there again, it's Rob Schofield. Right, I'm going to do the follow-up to the first video I did about creating email follow-up messages for AWeber. So figure out which list you're going to use. Obviously, if this is going to be your first message, then you're going to have an empty list. Obviously, you've created a list, and then when you go to your messages follow-up link, none of this will appear. It'll all be gone. Well, it won't be there. There won't be any messages in there. It'll be just like a blank page, pretty much. So this video is going to show you how to create your first message from scratch. So you start by hitting the HTML, new HTML button there, and it's very slow today. I don't know if Camtasia's dragging me down or what. It just seems to be slow. Plus, I'm doing this on an old machine that it's seen better days, but it's served its purpose for a long time. Right. Okay. So they use something called a block editor. If you left click inside the box here, it brings the editing box into focus. Just left click again, and then it gives you an extra few bits and pieces you can do. One of which is click this red X to get rid of all the inside of that box, so you've got something, a blank canvas to start from. So first thing we're going to do is going to grab this paragraph button, drag it into our box, and then it'll populate it with all this Latin stuff. Next thing, I don't build these messages on the fly inside AWeber. It's a pain in the ass. I build them in Notepad so that you know, you get it how you want it basically, and then you're just good to copy and paste. So there's basically three things I'll point out. One, there's your this is the way I do it. All right, so there's your subject title. This bit is a little bit of text to remind them why they're getting the email, just because they actually subscribe to your list, and then the rest of it is the body of the email. So all I do is, like I say, once it's crafted and you're happy with it, copy and paste from a text file across to AWeber. But one thing to be wary of: don't right click with your mouse and highlight, copy and paste. Don't use your mouse. Do it for highlighting, but don't use it for the copy and paste commands. Use your keyboards, keyboard shortcuts, because it works better that way. Sometimes just don't do right click, copy and paste with the mouse. That's it. So Control C will copy. We'll copy that portion highlighted text. Just left click inside this box where the subject is gonna go. Control V. There's your subject in. Back to your mail. That to your text file. Grab all this. Control C. And left click inside this this box. Highlight all this Latin. Control V. And that'll overwrite the Latin, so your email's in. So now we've got a bit of formatting to do. Well, I do anyway. What I tend to do is I try to get all my emails to have a look and feel that's consistent throughout the series of emails. So first things first is I'm going to change the little note that I send them. It's going to be courier, and it's going to be italicized, and that's all I do to that. Now I'm going to change the rest of it, so highlight the whole lot, and then it's going to be courier, and it's going to be 18 point size. There we go. Now once you've done, if you do what I just done there, you get some formatting issues maybe. Like you can see here where the paragraph doesn't look nice, so you just have to just basically just redo your formatting so it looks reasonable. That looks okay. Yeah, we're good with that. Okay, alright. So, now what I'm going to do now is we're going to put links in to, there's going to be 2 links going in this email. That's anchor text for one. And anchor text, all that is basically text that you read within the email that will, when you click it, will link out to whatever URL you put behind it. And in this case, it's going to be this one. But word of warning: don't be copying and pasting URLs. Like I wouldn't copy and paste this from this location here and then paste it into here, because it won't. AWeber doesn't like that. So do your copy and pasting from. Make sure URL appears all on one line, like that. Control C that, and then back to your anchor text. This is our anchor text. It's already highlighted. Use this little link icon. Pops up this edit link box. Now, the fact that the text is already highlighted means that the focus is inside that text field, so you don't have to click inside there. You just do Control V, which will paste your link in. It does some validation to make sure your link isn't broken or malformed. It can be a little bit flaky. If it's obviously broken, then you need to go and have a check to see what's going on. But if you're absolutely certain that your link is right, sometimes it will come up with a miscellaneous error message, and this tick will be a red cross. If you're absolutely certain that your link's right, just click on this Ignore Validation box, and it will make the link. It'll make it look like that, basically underlined, and how you'd expect to see a link. It's just now and again this does this thing in AWeber, and I don't know why it does it, but there we go. So we'll left click inside this big box, and then we've got one link in. All this extra crap here we don't need. So let's just gone. So now we're going to do this bit of anchor text here. Now in my text file, I like to, you'll see I've got anchor text, and I've got links to, and then the link, and then a bit further down, same again, anchor text, links to, and then the link. And that's just so I know what content I've sent out in which email, because I don't like to send the same stuff over and over and over. You know, if somebody's opted into your list and then you start sending them, drip feeding them emails, you don't want to send them to the same piece of content every day or every other day. What's the point? You know, it's like flogging a dead horse. You keep it fresh, keep it chopped and changed. You know, give them new stuff, because they're going to do one or two things. They're going to either eventually they're going to come across a piece of content that they actually like and they understand, and they think, oh yeah, this is pretty good. I want some of this. Or they're going to say, no, forget it. I don't want any of this. But the easy way the sharpest, quickest way to get them to unsubscribe is to keep sending them the same stuff. So, you know, make it fresh. Keep it, you know, keep it different. Right. So what we're doing, we're going to put another link in. So there's my second link, which is, grab that, Control C, back over here. That's already highlighted. So text link, Control V. We're already focused in here, so we don't have to click. Control V, and then it's validating, and it's valid. Okay, it's all good. Right. It's time to do some more formatting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this whole thing stand out a bit more. I'm going to bold it. I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to bold that I'm also, before I forget about it, going to get rid of that crap because I don't need that. That's gone. And then I'm going to make this stand out a little bit more. Now something that I do, I don't know if I mentioned in the other video, but I've got this little follow-up notes thing. And it's just a reminder for me, for like, you know, if I create a mail today and then leave it a couple of days, and I'll leave it a week or whatever and create another mail, you can forget, if you're aiming to be consistent, you know, from one mail to the next, you can forget what formatting you've used before. So I just write it down in here, and just little reminders, so I know that I'm using Courier, I know I'm using 18 size point size, I know my yellow highlights, I'm going to be using this colour, red, I'm going to be using this colour. You know, it's just little formatting things that that it's useful to write down. It takes 2 minutes to do. So I'm going to need this because I'm going to highlight that that link. So let's Control-C that. Now I've got my anchor text highlighted. If I come up here, there's a number of background colours I can pick. Right, these are solid colours that are ready to go. If you don't like any of them, you can click on this colour chooser icon, and then you can get this fancy colour chooser basically, and you know, mouse around looking for the colour that you might want. Now every time I click, you'll see this code change, right? So that's hence the reason for me noting down the code that that I want to use. Now if something's I've noticed something happened already since I've got into this colour chooser, and it's a bug in AWeber. You'll notice that if you look behind over here, my anchor text that I did have highlighted it's not highlighted anymore. So so I think what the way around it is to figure out what colour you want ahead of time, note the code, and then go from that. And I'll show you what I mean, because now if I pick any of these codes, there's nothing, it's not highlighted in the background, so it's not going to stick anyway. So I'm just going to cancel that. Go back to this again. So at this point in time now, you now know what code you want. Okay, you've figured it out from going through that colour chooser thing. Just go up here and then just highlight that bit out. Leave the number sign in, the hash sign. Control V. That puts your colour in that you want, and then click apply. See, look at that, it's gone and taken it away again. Oh, there you go, it stuck that time. I don't know. Okay, and then same with this, and I'm just going to click there because that is the same, it's retained, it'll have retained that yellow colour. So I'm just going to click that font background colour, and then they're both the same. Now that's pretty much it as far as that goes. Now you can tart it up more than that if you want. You know, it's personal preference, but that for me is good enough for the main body. Now I'm going to add a little digital signature to that, just to make it look a bit, you know, different, I suppose. So it's called a block editor, this thing. And now this little context menu pops up whenever you're working inside a box, and it gives you this option here, this horizontal split. There's also vertical splits and all this other formatting that you can do, but this is the one I'm interested in, horizontal split. Click on that, and then let's scroll down here, and you'll see what's happened. We've got another box here now, and this box we can now work in the same as we did on this box, and we can do all manner of things inside this new box. So what we're going to do this time is I'm going to add a little digital signature, and it's going to be an image on it again. Before we chose text, but this is going to be an image. Just drop it in there, in it goes. Now in the previous versions of AWeber, if you were going to put images into your email, they would have to be hosted somewhere, wherever, PhotoBucket or your own website, somewhere online. They'd have to be hosted, and that's where you would put the image URL in the top here, so that AWeber knew where to find your image. But now you can upload from your own computer, so you don't need that. AWeber will host it for you. So in that is redundant up top there. If unless unless your image that you want is online, then you'd have to put the URL in. But I'm going to put one in up from my own machine. So let's get rid of that. We don't need that. In the image link box, if you've got an image that you want to link out to, for example, let's say you're giving away something like an ebook or something, you could put a picture of the ebook in here and then make it a clickable link, so when somebody clicks on your image in your email, it'll send them off to wherever you specify in this image link box. Again, in this instance I'm not going to do that, but just so you know what that's all about. Image alternative text, I'm just going to put Rob's signature, because I'm just going to put this little signature thing in there. So I'm going to upload a file, and it's going to be this one. I had to stop for a second there. So this is the image I've uploaded, and then I'm just going to align it left. Obviously you can leave it in the middle, or you can put it right if you want. You can drag it and resize it with this thing. If you want to make it smaller or bigger, you can do that. And that's it. It's in. Now, one little thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to left click inside this box, this image, the box that contains our image, and I'm going to get another little block and click on the horizontal split again, and it gives us this bottom block to work with. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it so that this join link, excuse me, this join link appears down below the signature. So we're back to text again. So back to our paragraph thing button, drag that paragraph down, and then left click in there, highlight all this Latin stuff, and then I'm just going to put PS, and then let's do back to left click back in here. Oh, left click back. Oh, come on, such a pain sometimes, this thing. Right, so once my cursor's changed to from a hand, so highlight what you want to, well, in this case I'm just highlighting this stuff. Control C, remember, don't be copying and pasting with your mouse. Left click back in here, now my cursor's changed again, so Control V. I could have Control X'd it for cut, but anyway, I'm just going to get rid of that. Come on, give me that. Right, so I don't want that anymore, it's gone. And then I don't want my name there either, because I've already got it in this little signature, so let's delete that. And let's get a bit more formatting done. That should be it. I'm pretty much happy with that. Oh no, I forgot about that bit. So just highlight that, make sure that's the same career, and it's 18 point size. There we go. Now we're good. Okay, now I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to and where I'll just put that down here. You could put your picture in there, you could put your picture and that if you wanted, whatever. It's just a case of grabbing another box underneath it and build it with in blocks. We're going to test this now just to see that it works. So click on test, and I'm happy with that email address. It's going to send this message to that email address. Let's send a test. Sent. So let's go over to Gmail. I've already been through this once already, but the dog's set off barking, so I put a stop to my video. So oh my god, what is going on? It's so damn slow. Right, so let's just click on that. I should have deleted the other one, but because I don't know which one it is now, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, let's do this. Which one am I looking for? This one. There we go. Display images. Right, so there's the one we just sent. I think that's right. No, that's the one I sent before, but it doesn't matter. It's the same damn email. So that's it. There's the links. There's a little bit of signature down there, and last little thing to do is to right click, open link in new window. Just make sure it does actually link out to where you wanted it to go. So that's the commission loophole thing, and open link in new window on that one. Yeah, they both got the same, well, sorry, no, they both go to different places, but they both work is the main thing. Now let's just move through this. We're happy with that then, right? So we'll go next. This will be the first email that you're sending, right? So you need to specify an interval. Well, you do from all, but the first email you send is an interval of 0 days. So basically, it's the first one that goes. Ignore this number 19 because it's going to say, in your case, it's going to say number 1, right? And it's going to go 0 days, which means as soon as they opt in, as soon as they party with the details, this first email gets sent to them. So whilst they're reading whatever it is whatever page you sent them to, or whatever video they're watching, this email's pinging into their inbox. You won't see this send window. You won't see that because you're not specifying a window. You're telling AWeber, send them bang straight away, send this email. So there's no specifying when it's going to go. It's going to go right there and then, as soon as they opt in. You want click tracking link ticked, and save and exit, and sometime this year. There we go. So there it is. That's number 19, the one I've just created. Which, if this is, like I say, if this was a brand new account, this would be the first one on the list. And there it is. Now, if you're wondering how to create that little text thing, a little graphic, it's easy enough to do. You just go to this cooltext.com site, and there's all these logo styles you can choose. There's tons of them. You know, I don't know why anybody would want most of them, but this thing's pretty neat. This is super scripted. Just click on that box and just whatever you want. You know, if you want to put your name in there, field. So there's my name in there, and let's change the text size to 30. Whatever, 30 is good. So it'll change the size for you, and then, you know, if you're happy with it, that's it. You know, you can do a mess around with this texture filling and gradients and stuff if you want. I'm only creating a name, so there's no point. I'm just basically I'm just putting my name in there. That's all I'm doing. And that's it. You just click on create logo, and it's done. You don't even have to log in. You don't have to do nothing. If you don't want to, just do it. Just go there and do it. Click on download, and it slings it onto your machine, and you're good to go. And you know, it's easy. I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else that I want to kind of tell you. This could be one of my shortest videos yet. That's it. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching, and you know, stay tuned. There's more stuff coming. Cheers.